Hey folks, Snowman here, and I'm working on setting up my new computer, and this is a mess. So let me clean that up right now. Take that off, take that down. All right, we're in business. All right, what you all are going to see, you'll see a little bit of play by play, but I didn't do the doubleheader because I didn't feel as prepared as I wanted to be. So, what's probably going to happen is tomorrow and possibly Friday, possibly Saturday. I'm going to do some hockey play by play to get my chops in shape. And the league we're going to concentrate on is the PWHL. And I'm looking at my studio right now. And I didn't, well, the reason I didn't do either of the games, as I said, I didn't feel as prepared as I'd like. Um, and that means getting rosters and things like that. So, what I'm going to do for those of you that are up late with me, I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to set everything up in OBS, which is what I'm using right now, to give y'all the look, to give you guys the look that you're going to see when I do my play by play. So I'm in Stream Elements right now, and there's a layout that I put together. Oh, picked up a new sub. Cool. Um, into streaming tools and overlays. Now, again, this is in Stream Elements, and I got my new computer, and I'm using it, and I got a more powerful computer on the way. I also am going to order a new desk. There's a riser that I'm going to get for my monitor. There's a play-by-play headset I'm going to pick up and use here at home so I don't overextend this microphone I have in front of me. I made the decision that it's going to be a studio mic when I do shows and a play-by-play mic when I do my games. So we'll call this. So I'm in OBS and I'm walking y'all through this verbally. So we call this. I'm opening a new browser. It says select source, selecting browser, and you can name it whatever you want. And I'm going to name this SSNet for Snowman Sportsnet backdrop. What I did was I took the link from Stream Elements. First, I created it in Canva. If you want to get the real behind the scenes where I show you the screenshots and everything, uh, become a member of the channel on YouTube or sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/snowman multimedia, or both. Setting the width and the height, 1920 by 1080. Take the custom CSS out so it doesn't act up. And voila, we have our new backdrop. Now you don't see me in this backdrop. Why is this? Oh no. I think I made a mistake. Because um, some of the borders are still white and it's supposed to be solid black. That is not a problem. Oh, you know what we can do? We'll make it we'll do it this way. Actually, no. We're not gonna do it that way. We're to re-download everything. Now I'm gonna wind up getting back after all. I'm trying to resist the temptation being up late at night doing this. Can you all see the if you're with me, can you all see the white borders around the thing. Kenneth Clark is with me. Living the Life is with me. Hit a blunt. I don't smoke. I don't smoke, and I'm not going to start either. I'm too old for that. I'm looking at the output in StreamYard, which I also have to fix. Let me do that. No, that's not it. Take that off. Take it off. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. I know what to do. I'm into StreamYard right now. And we go to layouts. Take the crop layout off. And we got business right there. Okay. So we have that. You all don't see the white borders that I do here. That's good. Now I'm going to insert my picture into this left slot right here where my name is. So we go to video capture device. We move this up. I'm going to use the Alt key. Whoops. Well, let me come all the way back out. All right, that's me. There we go. And we put this right here. Here, do this. And, well, that's not going to work either. Dadgummit. Okay. Move this over. Move this over here. And we shorten this. No, I am not going to play Poison because I would not have this video get monetized. And I'm walking you through a setup right now. I might make this box bigger when I tweak my set tomorrow. I might. Thinking about it. Doggone it. There. Oh, that explains it. That explains it. So let me come down like this and then do this. Then do this. What do y'all think of this shot? Let me know if you want to see this box bigger, put a 1 in the chat. If not, put a 2 in the chat. Yeah, this is a Joshua. This is a sports channel here, my brother. There you go. There's me. So now that you have me, and I can extend OBS on my main monitor right here. This is the monitor where you see the camera. This is the monitor I'm going to be looking at when I call my games. This is the monitor I'm going to be looking at. Leave it the way it is. Okay, Kenneth Clark says leave it the way it is. Okay. So I'll leave it like this so you can see me. You can see my name. You can see my socials that you can follow. And actually, Kenneth, I agree. I agree with you, Kenneth. Okay. So we got that. We got the chat going right here, which is great. Now we need to add our scoreboard. So to add the scoreboard, as they're in the second period in Seattle, the New York Sirens lead the Torrent 1-0. And I'll try my chops at it for a couple of minutes, but I'm going to get a lot of practice. And one of the biggest mistakes that I made, and I'm talking you through my preparation here, is I didn't prepare for this. I didn't prepare for the game, and it is my fault. So we open another browser in OBS, and we call it SSNet Scoreboard. And we'll add the scoreboard right here. And I'll make this 1920 by 1080 also. So you see the OBS logo as it's waiting for me to have all the settings there. Bang. There it is. There's our scoreboard. And it's got the PWHL on it. You want me to keep the logo, or you want the or do you want the scoreboard to just reflect here, right here? Can you guys see this okay? Diamond Plays is our latest subscriber. Thank you. Can you guys see this right here? Is this okay in between the two logos right here? Or do you need me to make it bigger? Let me know in the chat. All right, leave that there for now. And what I also need to add is the ticker. So we'll go over here to Sports Scores Bot. That's the source I use for my ticker. And we're going to add that. Some scores for you. Washington leads San Jose 4-0 at the end of 1. We're in the NHL. Utah leads Anaheim 2-0. They're at the end of 1. Stars shut out New Jersey 3-0. Montreal 3, Winnipeg 2. Philadelphia over Buffalo 5-2. In the NBA, it was Portland 122, Cleveland 110, Denver 135, Indiana 120. San Antonio 2 better than Orlando, 114-112. It was the Clippers all over Atlanta, 115-92. Knicks over Charlotte, 119-104. Brooklyn over the Bulls, how far they have fallen, 113-103. Houston over Sacramento, 121-95. Milwaukee 4 better than Detroit, 113-109. And Dallas over Miami, 118-108. And that's your latest scoreboard. Here, let me see if I can get this on Facebook and get some more opinions here. Do this on Twitch as well. Not only set up the YouTube channel, because that's where my traffic is coming from. Welcome to those of you on Facebook and Twitch. This is a live demo of me putting my setup together to call games, my brand new setup. And where we're at right now is this box right here. I know there's a way I can put a cursor right there, but I can't figure that out right now. Where we're at right now is we are adding a ticker. We are adding a ticker. I want to be sure I get the right one. And that is it. That's the right one. All right. Open that. And then our third browser we're going to open in OBS is ticker. And I want to be sure you all can see everything. I'm going to go 1920 by 1080. That's the standard. We hit OK. And bada bing. There we are. We're in business. Now I got to fit this. Way over, put it way over there. Shorten that. Raise that up because I want to fit it in between the bars here. All right, now I made it a little bigger here on my side so I can make sure this all fits in. Okay. And voila. Hold on a minute. And voila. We have our ticker. Let me get this back to window. There it is. And midway through the second period, as you can see, the New York Sirens lead the Seattle Torrent 1-0. Mickey up late with us from Seattle. Asking me if I like hockey. I love hockey. I've loved hockey since '85 when the Edmonton Oilers were my first favorite team. Yep, the Edmonton Oilers were my first favorite team with Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, Grant Fuhrer, Yari Curry, all those guys. I saw footage when they won their first ever Stanley Cup in 1984. They were the gold standard, and then being from Chicago a year later, I also became a fan of the Blackhawks. And I've been a Blackhawks fan forever. Okay, so we got all of that. And this bottom box here is where I put my personal ticker. And you're going to see me do that right now. So we're going to add text here. And the font that I usually use for my text, Prosolo. Did I say that right? 545 Prosolo. What's up, Prosolo? Yep, I am walking you guys. I don't have any of my custom fonts here. Dadgummit. You know why? Because I didn't load them up here. All right, I'll load those up tomorrow. I am putting you all through a demonstration of how I'm setting up my stream board when I do my alternative play-by-play. Prosolo, where are you located? You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to see if I can upload these fonts really quickly. So what I'll have to do is find the control panel. That opened up. Appearance, fonts, and we're going to add a few of them. Here. So we'll come over here. Wait, do I have them here? No. I'll add them here. And there's a lot that I need to add too. There we go. Fonts. Every single one that I've downloaded, I'm going to write here. Bang. I forgot I haven't loaded everything onto this computer yet, but I will. And this is a two-part process. H&H free tonight, yes. Tonight, yes, because of my setup and how I set everything up. So That's what I'm walking them through. Horowitz, where are you located, man? I know I've asked this before, but I'm asking again with the fonts is done. Now I can close that out. And the other thing is, I don't want to have too many windows open either. Cincinnati. Okay. You Bengals fan? Bengals fan? Bearcats fan? Utah Mammoth have scored. They now lead the Ducks 3-0. You know what? I'm going to make this bigger. So hang tight with me. I'm going to get rid of that logo right there. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do this. There. Perfect. Perfect. Perfecto. Not even once. I can dig that. I can dig that. AB Media from Indianapolis, Indiana, had to delay my stream till tomorrow. I was looking for it, man, because you know what happened? My stomach, Horowitz, you know what happened? Along with me not being prepared, my stomach started acting up. And I was, what people don't understand who go through cancer and who go through operations that I went through, which is the Whipple, they had to take part of my stomach to get rid of the cancer. So with that being said, my stomach acts crazy. So I went to and after Who Day in my ear, I'm sick of it. Who's your team? And I'm explaining what happened tonight, why I couldn't do the hockey broadcast. Like I said, when they did the operation on me, they had to take part of my stomach, and they had to take a total of 5 organs, and then they had to take part of my stomach. So I don't have as much capacity in my stomach, although I love food, and I have to change that. I don't have as much capacity in my stomach as I once did. So I have to be careful of what I eat. And I was so excited when my wife brought me dinner that I ate too fast. And it went right through me. When I came out of the bathroom, Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah, there you go. Lions and Cowboys tomorrow night. That's tempting. I will say that. That is tempting. Very, very tempting. I'm trying to get my hockey chops in shape. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll do the Lions and Cowboys tomorrow so I can bring back my coverage of national games. Next year, I'm only limiting myself to Sunday Night Football so I don't overwork myself, which is why I missed a lot of games in the first place. But yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened, H. I was so excited. My wife brought me dinner, and it went right through me. And by the time I came out of the bathroom, I was so exhausted that I laid down and I wound up falling asleep. And when I saw the 2 games, the only thing that gets my attention is hockey. All right, H, I'll make you a deal. For you and every other hockey fan that is interested in hearing me call hockey, I'll do a hockey game tomorrow. And I will set the game right now. I will set the game right now. Because you all see the Sirens and the Torrent. You see that game going on. All right, that's the ticker. I don't need to see that. I need to see the scoreboard. Okay. Now he's a fan of the Columbus Blue Jackets. So I will go NHL tomorrow. Yeah, a little Thursday night ice for you, and I gotta make the graphic for it. All right, H. Horowitz, I'll let you pick the game that I do play by play for tomorrow. You take a look at the slate and you pick the game that I do tomorrow. And I'm doing it for you and every other person that has always wanted to hear me do hockey. I haven't done hockey since 2014. No, check that. It's been longer than that. No, it was 2014 the last time I did hockey. Before that, it was 2005 when I did a high school hockey game. So tomorrow I'm doing a lot. I'm going to do a lot of prep. But I live where the Cyclones play. Are they playing tomorrow? Yeah, you live in Cincinnati. You got the Columbus Blue Jackets nearby. But I also have the PWHL schedule in front of me if y'all want me to cover that. Matter of fact, there's one game tomorrow with the Ottawa Charge and the Toronto Scepters, and that's set for 7 p.m. So that's what I'll do. I will cover the Ottawa Charge and the Toronto Scepters game tomorrow at 7 p.m. And one of these times, H, before the holiday, I will do a Cyclones game. I just have to find out where to get access for so I can watch it and then get the rosters, spend a day preparing, and then we go and then we hit the air. So it's the Ottawa Charge and the Toronto Scepters that I'll do tomorrow. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah. I wanted to put a ticker down here. And H, let me thank you for lending a big assist and helping me get my new computer. I appreciate it so very much. All right. Existing text. All right. Existing text. Properties. What's up, Mickey? Now, let's see if we can select the font that I want. No, I'll have to go out and come back in. Here, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll go out and come back in. So I'll put the message up, but I'll change the font tomorrow. I'll make this bold. Give that an okay. And we'll put an outline on it. We'll put an outline on it. Select color. And this is available, and I remember the Snowman brand colors. D6CBAB. A little championship gold. Never hurt anybody. There we go. And the text I'm going to put up there is, all right. Oh, shite. That's too much. That is too much. Okay. That's too much. There. Up here. There we go. I'll make this all caps. Why not? $. Okay, 50. And the reason I use Cash App and GoFundMe short range, long range. Short range, I want to help my wife continue to put groceries in the house and pay some bills around the house. Long range, I want to get a rental car so I can start doing Uber again, as well as call my games and bring some regular money in the house. That's why someone asked me that. I figured I'd tell you guys that's why I use both. And I also use PayPal, so PayPal's available also. Matter of fact, I'll put it down here. Oops. Oops. 72 and go. Road to recovery. St. Louis and Boston are playing tomorrow. Hey, that's a good matchup. You want me to do that one? What's going on, Pizzle? Who's playing the let me look. I got the league right here. Let's see. Blues and Bruins, that's at 7. And Blues and Bruins at 7. And the Kraken and the Oilers at 9. Or Caps and Ducks at 10. Wait, that's not tomorrow. Kraken and Oilers at 9 ends the doubleheader. Blackhawks and Kings are at 10. Okay, y'all want me to do that? He also mentioned the Panthers. Where are the Predators playing? Okay, what do you guys think of this doubleheader? Blue Jackets are on Saturday. Okay, what do you guys think of this doubleheader? Predators, Panthers at 7, and the Blackhawks and the Kings at 10. What do you guys think of that doubleheader? Blue Jackets play Saturday. I'll keep them in mind. Saturday, I'm looking at Championship Saturday, or one game thereof, which is Ohio State and Indiana. Okay, we got our scroll message here. I'm going to give this a 1, 2, 3. And we're going to move this all the way down here. Why do I have 2 of them? That's why I duplicated it. Goodbye. Oh, come on. There we are. This is the scroll that I'm planning to use. Pizzle, what do you think of the doubleheader that I'm looking at tomorrow for the NHL? Blues and Bruins at 7, Blackhawks Kings at 10. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. So I'll move this over here, right there. And we're going to give it a scroll. All right. Add filter. There's a scroll. Put that in place. Do that. Oh, too fast. All right. There we go. Close it. And now I got to get over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Over there. Down there. Doggone it. All right, I know what to do. That didn't work. Scale to window. Everybody ever Bulldogs versus Bulldogs aren't playing Texas Saturday. Bulldogs are playing Alabama for the SEC championship. Here's another question I can ask you guys. Which championship game should I do? SEC or Big Ten? I might do one on Friday. I might do the American Conference Championship on Friday with North Texas and Tulane. I didn't get a chance to do Championship Saturday last year because I frankly wore myself out in doing football. And when I had planned on doing the whole thing, note to self, planning failure to plan means planning to fail. And I got to get my printer fixed. All right. H says SEC, there might be a rest post game. if, if Georgia wins, there will be. No, check that. If Alabama wins, there will be. All right, we got the scroll down there. That's in. And I think we're all set for the crucial test. And the crucial test is going to be how much power this thing actually has, because it should be powerful enough for me to multitask while I'm doing the game. But I'm going to start at the minimum and then increase from there. All right, take all those windows down. My StreamYard window stays up. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Now, I'm not going to call any of this. I'm just going to let it run. Maybe do both. They're staggered. They're staggered enough where I can. They're staggered enough where I can, because the SEC is at 4 and the Big Ten Championship's at 8. I believe it's at 8. All right. I'm going to test this by using this first. What do you guys think? Should I do both? Should I do both championship games, the SEC and the Big Ten? Giannis exited with an. All right, let's do it. Let's take a sample. Let's happens. All right. Washington and San Jose. Let's take a look. All right, it's smooth so far. Stay with the SEC. Okay. I might do the Big Ten Championship as a second game, because my wife is. I'm looking the wrong way. My wife is an Indiana grad, and I've been following the Hoosiers most of the season. But I want to do Alabama, Georgia. All right. Let's take a look and see what we got here. I'm going to make sure I mute the sound, because I don't want to get any copyright notices thrown against me. I'm going to do both, because I figure SEC Championship will end at 7, and it'll give me a chance to rest before the Big Ten Championship kicks off. What's going on? All right, everything's smooth so far. I'm just waiting for the footage to come up. There we go. Oh, boy. From it. And check the police blotter. Yeah, Georgia's playing in Atlanta. All right, I'm going to run, and I have the footage in front of me on full screen. They got 129 remaining in the second period. They fight for it in the corner, and the Capitals come out with it. 24 shots to 17. They send it in front of the net. They fight for it, and the Capitals come out with it, and they stay with it on the left point. Again, working the left point all the way in. Centering pass, broken up. Final minute. Shot, save made at the goal. I do not know any of the names. I didn't look at the rosters. 49 seconds left. That's the 25th shot for Washington. Now the Sharks send it off the glass, trying to clear the zone, but we get a whistle. That was Ovechkin who took that shot. Of course. Alex the Great. Greatest goal scorer in history. I kid my friend Droid all the time about who's the greatest goal scorer in history. By the numbers, it's Ovechkin, and it's not even close. But the first great goal scorer I got hooked on was Wayne Gretzky. Now Ovechkin has it in the left corner. Coming back out front, shot by Ovechkin, missed. Comes back out to Ovechkin. They swing it to the right point. 29 seconds left in the period. Cross-court, cross-ice pass. Ovechkin shoots, scores! And it is 6-0 Washington. That's Wah who got the goal for the Capitals. And I mean, that was a laser beam from the left point. That was a rocket and a great pass by Ovi to Wah on the left wing, who just fired a rocket top shelf. Now, I'm going to make mistakes. I know I'm going to make a lot of mistakes on who scored or whatever, but I have a clear shot of the numbers in front of me, even when they move and I can't see anything. Here come the Sharks on the attack into the left corner. Centering pass out front, broken up and sent back the other way. Final 5 seconds of the second period. The Sharks will race back and cover it, and that will be the second period. And at the end of 2 periods of play, it's all Washington Capitals. Capitals 6 and the Sharks nothing. All right. There's a little warm up. The only thing I got to put in place is I got the directions. I got all the directions down pat. The only thing I have to put in place are the names. That takes search, which I will do, and it takes practice. So I know I'm some games where I flip, but that's all right. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. Now, this is looking so far. What I'm going to do to prevent any glitches is have the footage in front of me before I go live and set everything up before we go live. Now I'm looking at some women's basketball. South Dakota at 7-1 leads Portland State 73-40. Let me ask you guys this question. Should men's college basketball go to playing 4 quarters instead of 2 halves? I always thought they would make that jump. I always thought they would make that jump. I got to remember, this is the Pacific Northwest, and it's 8:48 there now. It's 11:48 here where I am in Indiana. Oh, yeah, the clock issue. That's what happened. Minute 50 to go in the game. On the right wing with 14 to shoot. On the drive in from the right, hook pass back out left, three-pointer left wing, good. Now it's 73 to 49 with 90 seconds left. This is holding up great. This is holding up great. Just got to get used to the power that I have now. Beg your pardon. So what do you guys think of the setup? What do you guys think of the setup? You like it okay there? Here's a three from the left wing. Rimming, no. And Portland State takes down the rebound with 65 seconds remaining. I'm going to get back to hockey because I got to warm up my chops. A minute to go. 18 on the shot clock. Portland State in possession. It's South Dakota and Portland State. And games like this on the lower levels is what I'm going to be probably covering from here on out because that's what I want to do. On the drive in from the left, layup missed, foul called with 40.5 left. Nice and solid on our end. Beautiful. How's the how's the footage? Everything looking okay? Everything looking all right, guys? Because it's looking great here. The only thing is when I change games. That's the only thing is when I change games, and I think I have a workaround for that. 73 to 50. Kylie Brown with now 28 points. 28 of their 51. 35 seconds left, 24 on the shot clock. They dump it in low right. Fakes. Comes back out left wing. 14 on the clock. Driving to the hoop. No layup. Foul called. And she will shoot two. So what I'm looking at is the SEC and Big Ten championship on Saturday. I know I want to do the SEC championship. I know that. And I want to see if Indiana can take down Ohio State. That would be wonderful. 20 seconds for the game, 75-51. The Coyotes of South Dakota are leading. And we get a whistle out front. But on college, keep it at two halves. There has to be something keeping themselves separate, however small, from the NBA. Yeah, you have a point. You have a point. I just thought they would go to four quarters because that's what the NBA does. But I do understand the difference. 2 seconds. Final score, Coyotes 75 and the Portland State Vikings 51. And the teams will come over and shake hands. And that's your final, 75-51. South Dakota moves to 8-1 on the year. Portland State drops to 2. That one. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's look at a little men's. Let's look at men's basketball. See what they have. All right, we got a Battle of Seattle, Puget Sound, and Seattle University. And they're just about done. Matter of fact, the clock is run out. Seattle has won. Seattle University has won. 97 to 43. Seattle University Red Hawks win there. Yeah, I'm going to have to listen to some more hockey. All right. Everything is holding up good. I'm going to kill that. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this demonstration of me putting my set together. And you don't see the green screen yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. And if you have any suggestions on what games you would like for me to cover as I ease my way back into full-time play-by-play, let me know down below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the Cash App at $Tallman Dr. K50. That's how you can support the channel. And you also can support with the Super Chat. And also you can support our efforts on Snowman's Road to Recovery via GoFundMe. GoFundMe.com/Snowman's Road to Recovery, as I work to get myself back to work and myself back to helping to take care of my family. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you very, very much. And I will see you all on the next stream. Good night, folks.